Welcome everyone to the last time you will be seeing this 528E with the M20B27 installed. This is our first video in the series, finally breaking ground on the work. Today what we are going to be doing is taking the M20B27 and the auto trans out. We're going to get rid of this drivetrain. Based off of my past engine swap series, I found that people care least about the original drivetrain removal videos. So this video is going to basically just be one big time lapse. I think that's the most entertaining way to put it, of just me ridding this car of this drivetrain. So I'm not gonna go through and explain and like DIY it. Don't let this video fool you though. Every video after this, from the manual swap to the rebuild of the M30 to the ITB install, everything will be a lot more in-depth and a lot more knowledge based. Like, I'll be explaining the process more so that you guys can follow along if you want to. But for this video, you know, pulling an engine is pulling an engine. There's probably videos on the internet, so I'm just going to go through step by step and time lapse it all. So it should be helpful if you really need to watch this to pull the engine, but otherwise we're just going to quickly go through and you guys are going to follow me through dropping this M20 out of here. So I guess lifting it out of here in the auto trans. So without further ado, let me go ahead and prep the car, get my fender covers on, get it up in the air, and we're just going to start going at it, man. We're going to start ripping this thing out. This E28 does not use a guibo. I thought every BMW used guibos. Oh! There's a lot of lines to take off here, and these usually end up frustrating me because they leak everywhere. So I'm going to drain this to avoid any spilling later on, or at least minimize the spilling. So right now, in case you can't see the whole thing, what I'm doing is taking the torque converter bolts out. So I got my right hand here on a 22 with a socket wrench that's on the main pulley of the engine in the front, and then 17s back here. I got the cover removed, I got the dipstick for the trans out, had to hammer it out. So that gives you access to these bolts right here, and I think there's 3 of them, I believe. That honestly might have been the easiest auto trans drop I've ever had. Here is the hog of a ZF 4HP22, a boat anchor in the BMW world. So, auto trans is out. All the underside stuff is done to get this motor out, so now we can finally head up top and focus on removal of the engine itself. Have I talked about how I feel so guilty for removing this? Like, this is the cleanest frickin' M20 car. Honestly, the cleanest engined car I think I've ever bought. Ever, period. I don't think I've ever bought an old BMW that hasn't been fully gone through, which I've never done. I never bought like a full restoration car. Like, I've never seen one look like this. Like, I really can't believe that these are original parts. Like, all this stuff looks like it's been replaced before. And you know, I haven't seen any datings or anything yet that would prove me otherwise. But like, this is an OEM radiator, but I mean, it's mint, you know. I feel so bad, you know, tearing it apart, but it's just not a fun drivetrain. Like, what are you gonna do? Just the same thing as, well, my M50 non-Vanos blue car that has the SV2 now. I love an M50 non-Vanos, and I think that's a plenty fun drivetrain. But with the auto, it's not. So it's like you're taking an original car and you're bastardizing it, but you're making it fun. You're making it so that you actually drive it and enjoy it. So like, you can't feel too bad about it. No AC, so that's a good thing. In case you guys have never done this before, if you don't know if there's AC in a car, you pull off the low pressure port, or I guess high, either one, and you push in the Schrader valve, and either it blasts you with a little something or it doesn't. That's how you know. Wow, that is way more coolant than I thought. Okay, I think that's actually everything. Just like that. Coolant lines are undone, trans is off, power steering line's unhooked, harness is off the car. Oh, not on this side actually. AC lines are off, ECU's out, motor mounts are undone. The only thing left is to get this harness, which is in the way of the, right here, should just slide up. Yep, and this right here is what we have to adapt the M30 harness to, which is completely different. So that's a fun part right there. Main relays here. Oh, I forgot on these, the battery cable itself is actually the thing. All right. This thing is ready to come out of the car. Well, without further ado, let's begin. Okay, one motor mount popped. Tip this way. Alright, we're off. Oh, she's coming out nicely. Uh-oh, this line's following us. What the What is this? Oh, it's the EVAP hose. And there it is. Gotta lower it from the door, but keep it above the core support. Fine movements here. Ooh, we got a kidney grill. Okay, more forward. Oh Oh man, I'm threading the needle. Okay, flywheel's gonna have to come off because I can't lower it with the flywheel. It's hitting the core support. You can see there, any lower and we're on the core support, but we're also at the door, so. All right, flywheel's off, so now we can go lower. That should be it. Oh, God, a little lower. A little lower. Made it. Woo! Oh yeah. Lo and behold, here is, I guess I can't call it the mighty M20. Here is our M20B27. 2.7 ETA right there on the head. A true junker. Not really, this is actually a nice motor, but where we're going, we don't need this pig. All right, there we have it. The M20B27 has been ridden of. We have an open E28 engine bay here, ready for the M30B35. So the next episode in the series will probably be, well, so I'm not sure yet. It'll either be rebuilding, not fully rebuilding, but refreshing and regasketing the M30, or it'll be manual swapping this. So I'm not sure yet. I still have to order all my parts for that. Kind of have to order my manual swap parts too. I mean, I guess not all the way, like, you know, steering column or the pedals and stuff. So I'll decide. It'll either be manual swap conversion, which will be swapping out the pedals, getting all the manual stuff ready to go, or it'll be refreshing that. Either way, both are coming. So as I said at the beginning of this video, this was just a quick get this engine out of here, time lapse for entertainment. Wasn't really educational. Well, I mean, I guess it could be educational, but anyway, it was meant to be quick because who cares about taking out the old engine, right? The other stuff is where it gets interesting, and those videos will be a lot more in-depth, a lot more detailed, and informative and stuff like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm super excited that we have finally made ground on this project. Now all the hard stuff comes because we have quite a few things to do here. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.